Hey everyone, County Commissioner Jimmy T. Smith, and this is my weekly wrap-up. So, Tuesday we had a county commission meeting. Actually, Tuesday we had two county commission meetings. One was a workshop on trash collection. First and foremost, let me be very clear that why one person was adamant that we should do universal trash collection, the rest of us were not for the government taking over our trash system. And what I mean by that was we support a free market. And although it was implied by one commissioner that universal is free market because the businesses get to compete, that's not free market. Free market is where you get to choose, not the government. And regardless of who gets to compete, we want you to have the freedom to choose the businesses that you want to provide your services. And so here's what came of that. We, of course, made no official decision other than four of the five of us decided we're not for universal collection and the government running it. We are for either A, having a plan, and that was Chairman Kennard and myself. We basically think that there should be the requirement that you are required to have a plan, whatever that plan is. Self-haul, contractor with the haulers or something, okay? Two others thought that community collection centers were the way to go. And I have to tell you, that's a reasonable point that they brought up. It allows for the free market. It allows for you to choose either a hauler or self-haul. It allows us to have the collection centers locally and allows us to better do recycling if we did it. Great arguments by Commissioner Coleman, and he led the charge on that. So in the end, 4 out of 5 believe that universal collection is not the way to go. One individual, one particular commissioner, still just will not let that bone go. He will continue to push for the government to make the choice on your contract and force you to have the whole of the county chooses for you. And he thinks that is free market, is that the government will choose it for you. So good workshop, just the beginning of the discussion, and thank God we should never have something like that discussed and move forward within one meeting. So it was good. We just started the discussion. The second meeting was a regular county commission meeting, and I have to tell you, not much on the calendar that day, but I did, of course, have an item on the agenda, and as part of that, I suggested that whenever the staff gives information in reference to zoning changes, that they also give the additional information that comes from part of the process. And what I mean by that is they will do questions back and forth to the applicant. And I would really like to know what the county is asking questions of the applicant and the responses. And what that does is that better sees the decisions being made or the lack of knowledge and the lack of cooperation so we can work to fix the process. We don't want to destroy our history. We don't want to destroy our environment. But on the other side, we also don't want to hinder the free market and businesses coming in here that will pay good paying taxes. Because right now, we're getting gas stations, Wawa's, Wendy's. There's a new 7-Eleven, yay to them. But man, I would like jobs that actually pay a good wage. And this is where my peers did not agree with me, that we needed that additional information to make the decisions. But I gotta tell you, there's a lot of blighted buildings on 41. And if we don't take care of those, we will end up seeing the value of those buildings go down. Investors with money will come in and destroy those buildings. And basically, yes, because we are not supporting business, we'll actually see our history destroyed piece by piece. Well, but again, the agenda item didn't go forward, but we had that discussion. So this weekend, nice peaceful weekend. It's going to be hot, maybe humid. Enjoy. But also, what's coming up is Independence Day. God bless. Man, the 4th of July, as most people call it, Independence Day. I love that day. My one brother was born on Flag Day. My twin and I were born on Columbus Day. We very much appreciate the aspect of the Independence Day and the freedom and the grace that God has given us in this country. Serving in the military, I'm very proud to have protected our way of life and our freedoms that our founding fathers fought for us. So please, this Independence Day, in which the nation came together to fight to ensure that we had a truly representative government, that the people's voice were heard in government. That's important to me, and I hope it's important to you. And I hope you go out and celebrate all the efforts that people have done to keep us free. In that, please be safe. Don't drink and drive. If you're using fireworks, God, please be safe with the fireworks too. We don't want anybody hurt. And enjoy your Independence Day. Thank God for the freedoms we have. And again, this is County Commissioner Jimmy T. Smith, and I'll talk to you next week.